Hey people, my friend shared this and it made me laugh because I know her. And she gave credits to John Lennon, but it sounds exactly like something that would come out of her mouth. Says when I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. So when she was about 14, her mom asked me to help her with her schoolwork. And I learned real quick that she was smarter than the books. She says, my other daughter and son, they're genius. They're gonna have scholarships to go to college, but I'm worried about her. And it didn't take but one page to learn that she was not going to have a problem in life. She'd be taking care of her brother and sister the rest of her life. So I went and cut some grass, and I went to get in the shower, and I was still thinking about what that said. And it always cracks me just about the time that water hits me, something pops. But I was thinking about what it means to be happy. You'll own nothing and be happy. That means dead. When you're dead, you own nothing. But I promise you're happy there. But I still ain't taking their jab. They've been killing people with this jab for thousands of years. And it's Strong's Hebrew word number 6. J-A-B-D, jabbed, perishes, will perish, shall perish. And it comes all kind of ways. But the jab do. Perish. They've been getting rid of people with this jab for a long time. What the jab do? Perish. So there ain't but one outcome can come out of this old jab. I was reading here in Psalm 73 when I run to that. For indeed those who are far from you shall perish, or jab do. And so none of these words are right. But I was wanting to show something up at the top of this I was reading. And it's called Surely God is Good to Israel. Mazem where low speak it of, lies rule. But I just want to point out a couple words in here. This pangs, that's sharp pains. To give and then backwards, naya, to give not. The hurts in what? H-R-X-S-T-S. The hurts in what? And then of moots. Finally, M is S. Moots or death. But in this line 5 and 6, O-M, is usually home is my people. Usually followed by I. But it's in home of. In home of, and this is backwards, the sun. In home of sun, or in home lesson. But in home of sun, and then backwards again starts with an A. Of many, M-N-Y. Of many was, W-O-S, was, and then backwards and forwards after that tack. So this is the M, it's from. And then D-A-D, and at the end of the word it's S. And so the in home of son to many was from dads, and then L-A-Y, lay and go. It's talking about a bunch of fatherless children, in home of son. Of many, the A-V, of many was from dads, lay and go. They knocked her up and gone. And this is the word that had me catch this. It's looking, and it looked like it said Onk, O-N-Q, serves as their necklace. And the Onk time too. And so I got to thinking maybe they was carrying that for that Ankh for a timepiece. Maybe they used it to line the sun and the pyramids and catch the time, but I looked at it again, and it's looking on Fatima. Serves as a necklace. You know, Fatima is the Hamsa, the hand of Fatima. You know, it means to abstain, chaste. But this is the hand of Fatima, and many people wear it as a necklace. You know, the same as the Ankh. A lot of people wear it around their neck. So looking on Fatima, gave, G-A-V-E, to gave they a top, make O-T-H-P, top. You know, the T-H is is to collect, and the P is open. You know, to collect the open is to put a top on the bottle, the covers. To gave, make a top. Gave, E-Y, they a top. And then ties it, T-I-S-I-T, like a garment. Ties it, Hamas, H-M-S. You know, they always put a final vowel after every letter. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't add the A here, you know, to make the Hamsa, H-A-M-S-A, Hamsa. You know, the Hamsa. To tie it, the ties it, hams. The tie it comes of them too. Of them too. This word's used a lot through here. This LMU of them to them. And so it seems like there was a bunch of fatherless children, a bunch of single mothers coming to look on Fatima. Looking on Fatima, gave they a top, and ties it Hamsa of them too. And it makes me think that this old Ankh used to be a IUD. It's almost the same, the little loops at the wrong end here. But I know the first time I saw one, I was looking at it, trying to figure out what it was. And so possibly the Egyptian women were carrying their birth control with them. Fatima, Hamsa. You know, Fatima meaning to abstain or chaste. In home of son of many was from dad's lay and go. Looking on Fatima, gave they a top, ties it Hamsa of them too. So maybe they were going to see Fatima, and she was tying their tubes to ties it, T-I-S-I-T, backwards and forwards after the tack. The ties it comes of them too. You know, the X is T-S, I-T-S-A. It's so much love, L-V. It's so much love, bulge with abundance. It's so much love. Their eyes, the eye, to see in them too. Or you read the V-O here, the V-O-Y-N, voying, voyeur, the voy in them too. There's so much love, voy in them too. And this word O-B-R-U, this is usually the word they give for Hebrew. You know, if you put a T after it, it's the same word for the Hebrew writings today. The over to. They have more than. And it always means over. Crossed, pass over. Went, passed, transgressed, crossed, alienate. They come up with some doozies sometime. But most of the time, all the words around it mean over. It's so much love veighing from two. Over sky, S-K-Y. Over sky, what? Loving, L-V, and then the B is in. Loving. Over sky, what loving. So this Hamsa goes by many names, but it's always the same letter. You know, it's the Chet and the M and the S. The Hamsa. Hamesh. That's just with the other S, and then the Ka. That's the same H as sometimes CH. Hamsa. And is primarily used to protect its owner from the Ayin Hara, also known as the evil eye. And that came up right here in the line before that in 3, of the wicked. When I saw, it's ARAE, instead I read backwards, the Hara. And they always say it means sea, the Hara, and often comes up with the evil. So it's pretty easy to see that this is what they're talking about. To give, and then backwards and forwards, to give it infinity. ANQNATY, to give it infinity in the willies, the WLLIS, in the willies, slush. A slush is a reserve for illicit purpose. To give it infinity in the willies, slush. Rashes, hara. Give not the hurts in what limits to varium lu. In home of son, of many of was, from dads lay and go. Looking on Fatima, gave they a top, ties it Hamsa of them too. And so it seems like this Hamsa was the ancient symbol of abstinence to protect against the evil eye that the man was giving her. And it meant, no, I'm not doing it. I'm abstinent. Alright, I haven't studied this chapter really hard. I just read over it one time. I'm going to have to read it again. But it's pretty easy to see what it's talking about. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.